Hey, this is Irving with Trying Computers again. I am coming back to you today, and we're going to talk about what you need to kind of start a small business online. Well, start a small business in general, whether it's online or offline. A lot of this is the computer wise, because I'm not a legal advice or any of that type of stuff. This is just IT wise. Some of the first things to do, the reason why I'm doing this and putting this together is so often do I see people, they start their business, and the first thing they do is they go to Facebook and they will start a name, and then they go to the Gmail and they're going to get an email address, and then they print off business cards, and then they start doing their business here. Then it's like, oh wait, we need a website, and so then I go and throw up a website. But now the website's not on the business cards, but they don't want to print business cards again because they already have business cards. And so then they write it on in pen, and they start doing that, then they start getting phone calls and stuff and be like, hey, maybe I want a business phone. And so then they go and they get a business phone number, and then they write on the business cards their phone number and all this type of stuff, and as it goes on, it's like, oh, I'm still using my Gmail. And some people are like, oh, well, Gmail's fine, Gmail's good. I was just doing work for a big company that does a lot of money and they have a Gmail address. And I want to know that how come other companies are getting more business and ranking higher than them. I'm like, well, you don't look like a real business. If I saw this business card with a Gmail address, I don't think that you're a real business. So there's a couple things I have laid out for you to start, so that way you can get the stuff going, it goes in the right order, and it'll help things flow through it. You don't have to take it, you don't have to use it. Those that have find that things flow much better. Those that don't, they still get their business online, they still do it. Sometimes it's just a lot more work and a little bit more of a hassle as we do it. So the first thing, it sounds weird and it sounds funny, is the very first thing you do is you need a domain name. And so the domain name is going to be your web presence. It doesn't have to be your business name. It's easy if it is, especially unless you're going to go by a different name. But if you go out there and make sure your domain name that you want is out there, available, check Twitter, check Facebook, check Instagram. Just make sure all those things are available. And if they are, go buy yourself a domain name. It's cheap, it's not that expensive, it's fairly easy to do, but that will lock you in to a domain name. You can set up your Facebook fan page, Instagram, and all that type of stuff once you have the domain name, so that way your presence is you and who you are. And once you have a domain name, it's easy to set up an email address. You don't need tons, but if you have at least one email address and have everything forwarded into it, now as you put stuff out on business cards, web pages, or flyers, however you want to advertise, you're advertising as your business. So my email address is irving@tryingcomputers.com. If you email garbage@tryingcomputers.com, it still comes to me. It goes into my junk folder, but it still comes to me. But they can go admin@tryingcomputers.com. Those all jump forward into my same email address. But now anything that people are trying to send to tryingcomputers.com, whether they fat finger or not, it comes to me, and I can see what I want to do with them. And now that I have a domain name, it's easy to set up that, and you can get more advanced or less advanced email. Depends on what you want to do, but if you just start with being able to receive email, once you have a domain name, that's simple. If you want to be able to send email, that costs a little bit more, but now you can send out emails as your business. The next thing is a phone. Whether you want a business number or use your cell phone. People are like, oh, I use my cell phone. And I use my cell phone too. I also use a desk phone right here that I use, and I have a business number, so that way if people call me in the middle of the night, I don't have to answer my business. I don't have to answer my business thing. I can have rules and different guidelines, so those business calls won't come through to my cell phone in the middle of the night. Yet my family and friends can still get a hold of me. If I'm going to a party and stuff, it's nice to be able to identify that. Or if you're doing 24/7 support, hey, this is a client that I need to take care of versus something that is not. Do you need a phone? I'm not saying you do or not, but it's easy to get a cheap number just so that we have a number. Then you'll have a number that you'll be able to put on things. The next thing I always suggest is a logo. This is going to be your presence, and you're going to brand yourself with this logo. This is my logo right here. I don't know if you can see it very good. If not, TryingComputers.com has it on there. I got this from 99 Designs way back in the day. You could get some cheaper from Fiverr. That's a lot cheaper nowadays. That wasn't really around back when I started my business. I've been using this logo for 14 plus years, and so I had that designed and this designed at the same time. And so I recommend that. That way you can do branding, you can put it on your website, you can put it on your headers, you can put it on your business cards, flyers, whatever. So that way when they see that picture, they know that it's you and that you're doing stuff. But now that you have a website, well, not a website, now that you have a domain name, you have an email address, a phone number with the option, you have your logo. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and order your business cards. If you notice, I didn't say you have a website up there, but you can order your business cards here, and you can put www, your business name, on there, and because you know your domain name, so you know what it's going to be. And now you can have your business cards printed. You shouldn't be changing your domain, or your email address, or your phone number, and your logo shouldn't change at this point in time. So therefore, you won't have to reprint these cards if they don't turn out correctly. Now that that is being ordered, those things are being processed, you can decide on web hosting. Who do you want to use to do a website for you if you want a website? If you're doing like an Etsy store or that, I still suggest you take your website. You don't need hosting, but take your website and point www, let's say TryingComputers.com. It points into my Etsy store, so that way I give my domain to my customers, and they'll follow me to Etsy. And if I change my mind a couple years down the line and do my own website, they'll always be going to my domain name. I don't lose them. They don't go try to find me on Etsy if I'm not on Etsy. Or I could go to a different platform. So I do hosting. I sell hosting. I use it. If I grow really, really big, I might have to get more advanced hosting. But I have basic hosting, and it's fairly cheap. After that, you can decide a website. Am I going to build it myself and save money? I'm going to have someone else build it for you. I'm going to use templates, all of that type of stuff. Fiverr is a great place to get cheap websites that they can design it and set it up for you. But now you can know that, hey, I need a website, this type of stuff here. The next thing after a website, I always tell people to go get themselves a funnel. A funnel is kind of like a marketing thing. If you don't know what a funnel is, don't know how to use it, you can reach out and ask me. It's pretty cool. It's basically a sales guide for your website, so the one that's selling your stuff for you versus people just trying to go out and find it. And then after that, then you can do ads or whatnot online. There's no point in doing ads and that type of stuff until the first thing is set up. And once all that stuff is there, you are ready for your business. And that setup process and all that, it takes a couple weeks to do. And while you're doing that, you could work on the other aspects of your business. But this will get you a good start, IT-wise, to get you set up. And I am currently working on putting together a package that will do all this for you. It is not ready yet, but it should be coming soon. Until tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.